welcome to another episode of the Edmonds Moms Room podcast. We are so delighted and excited to have Gina of barre3 Edmonds with us today, and barre3 is coming to Edmonds.
Yeah, get excited, people.
That's so exciting. Thank you for being here.
Well, thank you for inviting me.
Will you share a little bit about yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. Well, I'm Gina. I guess I'll tell you about my story about barre3 and how it came into my life. So I found barre3 after having my first child, my oldest, my daughter Elena. So she's 6.5 now. And at that time when she was born, I had left kind of my career job that I had been in for a really long time. I was pretty burnt out, worn out, and my husband traveled a lot at the time. So I was fortunate to be able to kind of take a step back from work and be home with my daughter, which was amazing. But it was also, you know, a time where it was all new, and, you know, I had left this career that had been my identity for a really long time, and now I had this great little baby, but it was just kind of searching for something, and someone told me about barre3, and I hadn't really been in group fitness. Group fitness wasn't really my thing. I was an athlete. I played soccer, I ran, I rode in college, but someone said they had childcare. So I'm in. So I went and I started going to barre3 because someone mentioned they had childcare, and I'm like, I'll try it. And the moment I stepped in the door of the first studio I went to, which was the Seattle Roosevelt studio over by Green Lake, I just fell in love. Like, the class was amazing, but it was much more than the class. The community of people at barre3 are just so supportive. I've met some of my greatest friends there. It's supported me through different areas of my life. Just so much love for it. And it was then that I knew that eventually I wanted to do this. So here I am today. I've had a second child. I've become an instructor. So it's just been a great experience. And it's been there for me. barre3's been there for me in so many chapters of my life. And I just love it so much. And I'm really excited to bring it here to Edmonds so everyone else here in this community can enjoy it as well.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, barre3, I mentioned I found it after my daughter was born, and just to kind of elaborate a little bit more on how I found it, I really feel like it kind of saved me at that point in my life. Not saved me, but it helped me through a difficult time, because as a lot of new mothers know, a baby it's a challenge, you know, good, and it can be hard. And so it's a big shift in your life, and a good one, but it's a shift, it's a change. And I had identified with my career for so long that stepping away from my career and then having a new baby was almost like an identity crisis for me a little bit. Yeah. And at the time, taking that time away, I actually realized I didn't love the career I was in. I think I was telling myself for so long I was doing what I should be doing, and then having that to step away, and I was fortunate that I could step away to be home with my daughter. I realized I don't want to go back to this career. I need more balance in my life. And when I found barre3 and this just amazing community of people supporting one another, it just clicked, and I'm like, I want to be more involved with this company. And it truly is amazing working with some new instructors that are going through training. And it's a little intimidating to think about the training process. Our training program is pretty intense in a good way. I mean, it takes I would say, about 3 months from start to finish to get certified. And it's an amazing experience. And I think I said this in one of my posts, but I feel like the training is almost like a group hug. When you go to training, the people that are attracted to barre3 and the instructors that go there to teach, it's a really awesome community of people, and it's so supportive. And I hadn't been in that type of atmosphere before. So in my career, it was very competitive. I felt like everybody was trying to get up and move up the ladder. And here it was at the first time where I really felt, and we say women supporting women, and predominantly it is women that go to barre3. I mean, we it's for everybody, but that's our predominant audience. And it really is women supporting women in a way that I've never seen. And I think a lot of people like to say that, women supporting women, it's a nice tagline, but it really, the company, from instructors, the front desk, the people cleaning, everybody who works there, childcare, everyone at the home office in Portland, they're so supportive of one another. It is amazing. It's really hard to describe until you experience it firsthand, but it was a shift for me, and I'm like, is this a real place? Like, this is for real. It is for real. And it really, really is amazing. So for my trainees going through instructor training, I'm always like, just wait till you get there. I can't wait for you to actually experience, like, it firsthand, because right now you can get it through my classes, but we don't have a studio, and where, you can see it in the community already, which is fun to already see that, even when we're doing classes in the basement of Francis Anderson Center or outside or wherever we are, we're still building that community. But through the training program and going over to home office in Portland, that the instructors have that opportunity to do, it's a really unique experience.
That's cool. So it's awesome. In Portland?
Yeah, so you get to go to Portland. Okay. And then, so for me personally, I set, like, when I walked into barre3 the first time, like, I'm going to open one of these. I have a business background. I'm just going to do it. I do not want to instruct. That is not my thing. I just want to take classes and run the business, and yay. And, that was me searching for what I wanted to do, because I was feeling lost at the time, and I loved barre3. Well, then I set a goal for myself. If I really want to do this, I am going to become an instructor. That's going to be my first goal. And I was terrified of it. Getting up in a group of people and teaching a fitness class was scary to me. And so I achieved that goal. Like I said, I was pregnant, and we had a really hard time having kids, and so I'm like, I'm just going to do it. And then of course I was pregnant when I went through the training, and they were supportive of me then, and that was awesome. And I taught for about 5 months before I had my son, and at that, and I taught all the way. I taught on a Thursday and I had him on a Monday, because I took my own modifications even with teaching. But he was an emergency delivery. I was not expecting him early, and then he had some medical challenges that were all consuming of me. We didn't know at the time, but he has a dysphagia. He didn't know how to swallow correctly, and he still doesn't. So he had feeding tubes. He had 2 surgeries. It was really hard the first year and a half of his life, and I really had no more capacity to give to other people. I was trying to keep it together for my own family. It was very challenging. And one of the core values of barre3 is to give generously. And that's twofold. We say we give generously to our clients and to give generously to people, but also to yourself. And at that time in life, I'm like, I need to give generously to myself. I'm going to go back to being a client so that I have an hour for me mentally where I can focus on myself, which allowed me to take on the challenges that I was taking on outside the studio and be there for my family. So my barre3 story is a lot of different layers, and so it supported me as a new mom. And then I went through the instructor training, and then I got through that challenge, and it was really fun and exciting. And then I hit another turn in my life, and then I went back to a client and supported me through there. And then once he was better and I was feeling more energy and stuff, that's when I started looking at becoming an owner. And it's supported me these past few years through that journey as well. So it's really has a special place in my heart, and I think it's not a unique story. You talk to other owners, they all have a similar story, that barre3 has really been a constant for them, and I think that's what makes it such an amazing company and place and community, is that it's not just the class. The class is awesome. I gotta say, the class is awesome, but it's also this community of support, which I think we all need. So
completely.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for sharing. I think that's an important piece of your journey, and that's really nice to hear.
Yeah.
So, do all barre3s have childcare?
Yeah, it's a part of our business model. So I would say, I don't want to quote every single one, but to my knowledge, yes.
That's
some
really
maybe
cool.
more urban studios in bigger cities, no. Like, I don't think some of the New York studios do, but for the most part, yes.
That's amazing.
And we're very supportive of parents, and just, allowing parents to have an hour to focus on themselves is really important. And we see that as a really important thing. So it's something we offer in our studios.
Oh, that's fantastic. Cool. Yeah. Tell us a little bit about what's coming to Edmonds. And you guys are already doing so much in the community.
We are. Okay. So the studio is going to be opened probably, I can't say the exact date. We're in construction, so it's a few months out in a winter time frame, thinking more around January. But in the meantime, I've been hosting free classes for the community. So we are kind of taking over Edmonds a little bit. I mean, it's been fun partnering with other businesses to host free classes, to give people an opportunity to really try the class before we're open, and also start to build kind of that sense of community around our studio.
Great. Yeah. Awesome.
We're everywhere.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So you're opening it sometime in the winter.
Yeah, winter time.
And then will your studio have childcare?
Yes. Of course.
Okay.
Of course. My kids are actually funny. So I have 2 kids, and my youngest is used to going to the studio with me a lot. Because he would come with me when I would teach classes in the Seattle studios, and he's actually missing it a lot every day. He's like, I gotta go to the studio, Mommy. And I'm like, not yet. But soon. So yeah, we will have childcare. Usually we have childcare offerings between 2 and 4 classes a day. So it
Nice.
depends on the day.
Okay.
All classes have childcare, but kind of those core, like late morning, early afternoon times will have childcare for
Awesome.
for
How many
parents.
classes do you guys have about a day?
So it depends. I'm building out my schedule. It will
Okay.
start with probably around 6 a day, and then we'll grow from there.
Fantastic.
So we start early morning, about 6 a.m., and then have classes throughout the day until probably our last class will probably be around 7 p.m.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about barre3 and why barre3 and who can help and who it's for.
barre3, well, I'll say who it's for. It's really for everybody. And just to give you a little background of what is barre3, and we'll start there. So the way we define barre3, or the easiest way, is that it's a full body workout combining strength conditioning, cardio, and mindfulness. So that's the easiest way to kind of break up the class. Our class is made up of sustained holds, which are meant to kind of stabilize the body, and then we do a lot of micro movements, which are meant to bring your muscles to fatigue. That's when we see change happen. And then the cardio, just getting that heart rate up and getting that the cardio benefits as well. The mindfulness piece of our class is really, it's a few things. So we have a lot of breath work in our class. The breath is so important. So the end of our class, we have about 10 minutes where it's focused on stretch and breath. So that when you leave your class, you're not only feeling strong, but you have a sense of calm and focus to take on the rest of your week or whatever you have going on outside the studio. The mindfulness piece also plays into our class throughout the class. And when I said it's really made, our class is really for everybody. We say everybody, however you want to look at that, but it really is. Our class is designed to empower people to kind of make it their own. So we, throughout class, all the instructors will check in with people before class, see if there's any injuries, anything going on that day. It can be different every day, so that we can give our clients options or modifications before class even starts. And then throughout class, the instructors will give kind of universal options for areas of the body that are prone to injury or we have a lot of tension, like your low back, your knees, shoulders, neck. Give universal modifications for those areas, and then we check in with clients throughout class to make sure they're connecting in postures. If they're not, we have different options to give them. So it's very empowering, I think, for clients to know that they don't have to push beyond their comfort zone or do what the instructor is doing exactly or what their neighbor is doing. It's really about empowering themselves to make it what their body needs that day, which, like I said, it can be different every day. So that's why it's really built for everybody. We have all ages. It's great throughout pregnancy, prenatal, postnatal. Even we get a lot of clients through physical therapists and chiropractors because a lot of the work that we do, we always keep a neutral spine. A lot of our exercises mirror things that they're being told to do by their doctors. So we get a lot of people from actual physical therapists and chiropractors sending their clients to us because we're very mindful of the body.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah. I've had some clients go through pregnancy doing barre3, and one of the most fantastic things that I love to hear is like they get a modification to support wherever they are at in their body, you know, at the time.
Yeah, and everybody's different, and every pregnancy is different.
Yeah.
When I was pregnant with my daughter, my oldest, I was working like 60, 70-hour weeks at a desk job. I was commuting a lot in the car, and I just wasn't moving a ton. And that, I will tell you, that pregnancy was so different than my son. And with my son, I was actually pregnant with him when I got certified to teach. So I was the pregnant instructor, and we have lots of them too. So it's really supportive of everybody. I think just having that movement throughout your pregnancy and that mindfulness piece, it just really helps. It helped me with my second pregnancy, and it helped recovery as well. So,
nice.
Yeah.
That's great. What else do you want to share about barre3 that you think people should know?
I think, so barre3's mission is to teach people to be balanced in body and empowered from within, which I've talked a lot about. So the balance in our body is really recognizing the inevitable imbalances that we have in our bodies, and then addressing that and trying to create a balanced state for our bodies in class. So then we know that everyone's facing different things. You have stress, you have all, these things going on in your life, and then we try to help create more balance in the class for you, so you have more balance in your body to take on life. Being empowered from within is that mindfulness part. So I think that kind of sets us apart from a lot of the different exercise methods. Mm-hmm. But I think also on there is just the sense of community that we build in our studio. So we're giving people a sense of community. Also, listen to your bodies, give it what it needs. We're here to support you in and out of the studio. It is a community of people coming together to support one another. And that community piece, I think, is, I don't want to say it's unique only to barre3, but it is very special to our community. and what we offer. So yeah, it's great. The vision of the company I think is super interesting too, and just I connect with it wholeheartedly. Is the vision of the company is to redefine what success in fitness means. And so for so long, fitness has been kind of an intimidating thing for a lot of people. The imagery we see around fitness and the words we hear are like, get ready for bikini season, or, you lose weight, feel great, like all this stuff that's really meant to kind of make us feel insecure. We're trying to change that dialogue around fitness and redefining what fitness means to each individual on an individual basis, which is different for everybody, so that everyone can feel successful in their fitness journey, which for me personally, and having a daughter, and a son, it really resonates with me for that next kind of generation to maybe grow up with a different approach and a different approach to fitness than maybe what we grew up with and what we saw out there and what was still out, which is very present still today out there. So it's, trying to take back kind of what fitness should be about. And in our branding and our imagery, everything, you see normal people are sweating, people are, they're enjoying their class, but it's not this unrealistic ideal of this person that you need to be. Yeah. It's very real, and it resonates very much with me. That's why I'm very excited to be bringing this and kind of growing with barre3 and bringing the Edmonds community in as well. Yeah.
That vision so hardly goes with what you said in the beginning. It's for everybody. So I like to hear that. And of course, having a daughter myself, like when I found out I was having a girl, that was one of the things that weighed heavy on my heart. Just like the diet culture, kind of fitness culture that I grew up in, and you grew up in, and trying to, like, you don't have to suffer. Your workouts don't have to, like, kill you to be a fitness model.
They can be fun. And your workouts can be fun.
Absolutely.
We have a lot of fun in our class. I grew up, I was a runner. I was like, I have to run this many miles a day, and I have to do it. And then if I step back now, I think I told myself I was enjoying it, but was I really? It felt more like a chore. I love barre3. I want to be there every day. I love the class, and I've been a client for 6 years as well, and the class evolves. So there's a whole team in Portland. That's where the home office is. There's a whole team that's working on the exercise science piece of it, that's evolving the class. They're working with doctors. Where's fitness going? What's safe for the body? And so we have, our studios here in Edmonds, and we're delivering this fantastic class, but we're also have this kind of workhorse over in Portland they're working hard to get ahead of things and stay relevant in the fitness climate. So it's really a special thing.
Yeah, I think it's really cool what you're bringing to Edmonds, because it doesn't exist yet here. You have some Pilates studios, but you don't really have any group fitness classes, especially for moms. You do it maybe the gym, but you don't have that community of, like, if you want to go and that day and be pushed, and maybe you're the kind of person that goes every day at 10 a.m. or whatever it may be, just to have your routines. And
I think it's just, and I think there's the gym here is great too, and they have an awesome childcare. And so I think Edmonds is so lucky that they've had that.
Yes.
And then this is just, boutique fitness is just a little different. It's just a smaller community, and it's a lot of like-minded people that gravitate towards barre3. And so it's a really neat community of like-minded people coming together to support one another, which is what I love about it. And then the childcare piece of it. So a lot of boutique fitness, you don't see that childcare component. So that's unique to barre3.
Absolutely.
But so excited to have more options here in Edmonds for those busy parents and for people who just need to give that hour to themselves. And if they have little ones, they know their little ones are being taken care of and they're having fun.
Exciting. I can't wait to try it myself.
Gotta try it.
As far as, like, location wise, how did you choose Edmonds?
Well, I live in the community, so we live in Richmond Beach, so we're just a little bit south, but Edmonds truly is our community. We're here every day. We love the restaurants. We love this community. So I don't know if I chose Edmonds or Edmonds kind of chose us, because we're here. And we've lived here for almost 6 years, and I feel like that's been a missing piece here, is kind of that boutique fitness option. And I think barre3 is a really good complement to what's already going on here in Edmonds. So it seems just like the natural place to be for me, but I'm excited to be able to bring it to my own community and share it with the community of Edmonds, because there are about 7 other studios in the Seattle area. So barre3 is not new to the area, but there's still a lot of people that don't know about it in this community. And it's been so getting to bring it to so many people already through our free pop-up classes. And it's neat to see that community starting to build already before the studios even open. Yeah. But to your question, it took me a while to find a space. So I started this journey a couple years ago, and I've waited. So I wanted to be in the downtown Edmonds business community. I wanted to be down here, and it's a popular place. People don't leave their retail spaces very often, so I just waited until the right space kind of came up and was able to take advantage of it at that time, and it's great. I'm really excited about where we're at.
Okay. Drop your location.
Our location. So the location is in Old Milltown. So people are like, where is Old Milltown? So it's on 5th. I'm just like right up the street from you guys, and Maple. So there's Las Brisas restaurant there, and like cheesemongers. We're in that development, that community, but we're on that 2nd floor. So if you go up Maple, there's a parking lot up there, and it used to be the old Edmonds Hardware and Paint. That's what we'll be, is in their old space. So it will look quite a bit different, but it's a great location. We're really excited to be there.
Oh, how exciting. Yeah. Well, cool. Welcome to Edmonds.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Is there anything else you're dying to share?
I don't know. I just feel like I've shared a lot. I think, the classes, like I was mentioning, we're doing a lot of free pop-up classes right now. So if you are not following barre3 Edmonds on Instagram or Facebook, those are great places to look for information on those classes. So I post our schedules there. I post new classes every week. So I do about 3 to 4 classes a week around the community, and they're free. So I'd say if you're interested, come check us out. If you're not in social media, you can go to barre3.com and go to the Find a Studio Location tab, and then you can find us there as well and find a link to our schedule there.
Well, awesome. Thank you. Thanks for sharing and being a resource for all the moms in the community.
Thank you.
Everybody.
Too. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Appreciate it.
The Edmonds Moms Room podcast is brought to you by Body Motion Physical Therapy. We help women through pregnancy and beyond so they can live active, confident, and healthy lives.